Good morning, everybody on the recording.
Morning.
Hello.
Morning,
We
everybody.
are about to go.
Morning, George and Brenda.
Yeah,
morning,
George
and
Brenda.
We're about to go live on
Kathleen and
YouTube.
Phil.
Kathleen.
Not quite there yet. Clickety click, click click.
Does it not show after the event on YouTube now? Because it weren't on last week.
Was it not, love? I saw it a few times last week.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, it was on.
Yeah, it was on.
Yeah.
They were every day, but last week's date when I were looking, but perhaps I didn't wait long. I mean, I looked at all day, more or less all day Friday. After it went off.
Yeah. So there's a thing that happens. It has to do with a thing called processing. So when there's been a live broadcast to YouTube, it doesn't immediately. Does it immediately? I think you can. I think you can access it. I think you can. It might be.
Brenda watch it live.
I thought you had Friday day after as well.
Yeah. No, it might be because there's some.
I'll have a look.
We're about to go live anyway. So good morning, YouTube. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, George and Brenda.
Morning, George and Brenda.
Phil and Kathleen.
Phil and Kathleen.
Phil and Kathleen, yeah, George and Brenda.
We're just talking about what happens on YouTube, and Tina was saying that she couldn't see it on YouTube. On some browsers, if you go to our channel, hopefully it's up there. I think I've set it up so that it's the first thing you see is like the last thing that happened, but if it doesn't, there's like a little option, one that says videos and one that says live. Now, last week there was just the live one. I made the video, but I didn't get around to posting it. I do apologise. So there was just a live broadcast with whoever was speaking in the corner, rather than all of us on this is sort of like a little transparent version of us in the bottom right hand corner is the way I'm doing it. So anyway, I'm really sorry if you didn't get. Do get in touch with me if you can't get access to it, because they do go out on YouTube, and if you can't find it or whatever, I'm quite happy to spend 10-15 minutes with you searching for it with you. So let us know. Good. Okay. Let's. You what? Sorry.
How
Still missed it, Duck.
do I get in touch?
How do you get in touch? That's a good question.
No, I'll text your number to her, Michael.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I'll text Michael's number to you.
Okay.
Yeah. You can Google me actually. If you just Google Michael Newman Sheffield singing lessons. My email is michael@voicework.uk. And I got my first inquiry for a singing lesson that I've had for about 3 months actually. First people are starting to think that a career in the arts might be worthwhile again, maybe.
I might book you for one, you never know.
Fantastic.
Pick me up, Harry.
He wasn't taking on new pupils.
It's been a long time since I've done singing lessons. I've been that busy with performing in the ABBA group and at Cubana and with you guys, the choirs, that.
I bet you missed that, don't you, Michael?
Well, to be honest, for 3 years I've done the ABBA thing, and it's a bit sort of Groundhog Day, if I'm honest. It's kind of hard work, if I'm honest. We sort of have to load the van and then get everything out of the van, and there's not really much time to go and see where you are. It's sort of like have a sandwich, then do a gig, then put everything back, and then you've got to travel maybe 4 hours to hope in the morning. It's.
So aren't you doing it again then, Michael?
Well, we're hoping so, but we just can't tell. I did tell the guys last year actually that I'd like to move on, and that if they could start auditioning for new guitarists, I'd be grateful. But with not being able to actually meet anyone,
No.
get a feeling. They prefer to actually wait until
you can have face to face.
auditioning. So. Okay, a little bit of a mouth. There's a lady called Yo in Sheffield who's a choir leader. She leads a choir in St Mary's, the church on the roundabout in town, and she does this thing called Lion and Mouse, and Lion is this. And mouses. That's part of her warm up. It's a yoga thing, apparently.
Well, please just through the window. What the heck are you doing?
Okay, let's do some breathing in. Hold it. And let it go. And again, breathing in deeply. Hold it. And let it go. And breathing in. Very good. Now let's do the major scale going up in threes. Do, 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 etc. Breathing in, 2, 3, and It's hilarious hearing everyone. When I'm doing that with, I've got one pupil that I do over Zoom as well, and because you're staggered, isn't it?
Yeah.
And they sing.
Does it get better?
Well,
It doesn't sound like it.
it's great for morale because I just think, oh yeah, that roughly sounds. Really, with a singing lesson, generally I'm just playing, and only voice I can hear is their voice at least, so that's it. But,
Yeah.
okay, that's enough warming up. Let's sing a couple of songs. What have we got today? Bom, bom, bom. I don't want to share computer sound actually. Yeah. So, okay. So this is the songbook 2. Why don't we start off with something we're a bit more familiar with? You see all these blue ones? Can you see the?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's for today. Some new ones. There's some Beatle ones, and we had these ones. Mandy and Me, My Gal. Hopefully, Chris has looked at those. But I've looked at some other ones.
I love it.
I'm trying to change back to the other songbook, but I don't know if it's.
Oh, my loving darling.
But it might not be. No, it doesn't appear to be. I do apologise. It's embarrassing. Sorry. There we go. Right. I tell you what, as we're in a Beatles kind of mood, let's start off daft.
I know.
Yeah, let's start off daft.
This is a sunny song.
Isn't it just? See if we can make the sun come out. So good morning to everyone who's with us on YouTube. We've got quite a lot of people with us today. So see Keith again. No Helen again this week.
So Helen's taking a friend to hospital, so she sends her apologies.
Yeah, no worries. Hope everyone's well who's not with us. Hi Phil and Kathleen. Thanks for your suggestions. Good to have you along, I hope.
So she will be.
Okay, I'm silencing you and I'm not silencing me. Okay. In the town where I was born lived a man who sailed to sea, and he told us of his life in the land of submarines. So we sailed up to the sun till we found the sea of green, and we lived beneath the waves in a yellow submarine. We all live in a yellow submarine yellow submarine, a yellow submarine. We all live in a yellow submarine, a yellow submarine, a yellow submarine. And our friends are all on board, many more of them live next door. And the band begins to play. We all live in a yellow submarine, a yellow submarine, a yellow submarine. We all live in a yellow submarine, a yellow submarine, a yellow submarine. Full speed ahead, Mr. Bosun, full speed ahead. Full speed, Sergeant. Cut the cable, drop the cable. Aye, sir, aye. As we live a life of ease, a life of ease, every one of us, all we need, sky of blue, and sea of green, in a yellow submarine, ah-ha! Living in a yellow submarine, a yellow submarine, a yellow submarine. We all live in a yellow submarine. Oh, what? A yellow submarine? You don't. A yellow submarine. We all live in a yellow submarine. A yellow submarine. A yellow submarine. We all live in a yellow submarine. A yellow submarine. A yellow submarine.
Yesterday, yeah.
Should we just go on? Go on?
Please.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away. Now it looks as though they're here to stay. Oh, I believe in yesterday. Suddenly, I'm not half the man I used to be. There's a shadow hanging over me. Oh, yesterday came suddenly. Why she had to go, I don't know, she wouldn't say. I said something wrong, now I long for yesterday. Yesterday, love was such an easy game to play. Now I need a place to hide away. Oh, I believe in yesterday. Why she had to go, I don't know, she wouldn't say. I said something wrong, now I long for yesterday. Yesterday, love was such an easy game to play. Now I need a place to hide away. Oh, I believe in yesterday.
Lovely.
And you.
Yeah, do you want to do that one as well?
Yeah. Carry on.
Being
Dead
lazy.
easy. We should just do that. Start with the letter of the alphabet in future. Yeah, this generally gets a bit loud. I was just worried a little bit that if I raise my voice at all, it sort of makes that sort of Trump sound. You know what I mean? Through your speakers. there's a golden sky and the sweet silver song of a lark. Walk on through the rain, walk on through the wind, though your dreams be tossed and blown. Walk on with hope in your heart, and you'll never walk alone. You'll never walk alone. Walk on with hope in your heart, and you'll never walk alone. You'll never walk alone. Oh,
Lovely.
Great.
okay. Let's have a look now at those new songs. Now we've had a hat trick. For some reason, there's a shortcut you can use to change what screen you're looking at, but it's not working for some reason. So I'm just going to have to come out of there and fix it like this. That doesn't- We're keeping you up, love.
I hope we didn't notice. Not much chance of that, though.
If you're at all
That's the
self-conscious,
trouble.
Tina, this is how I usually do it.
oh goodness,
I'll try to remember that next time.
Yeah, God, you have to wait.
Just jot down.
I'm just grateful I haven't seen anyone fiddling with their nose yet.
That's why.
There she is. There she is. Okay. So yeah, talking Beatles. How about She Loves You? Yeah, yeah. You can't see it.
She loves you, yeah, she
Yeah, I
loves
can't
you.
believe there's so many that we haven't done of the Beatles. It's bizarre. Isn't it? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. She loves you, yeah, yeah, yeah. She loves you, yeah, yeah, yeah. She loves you, yeah, 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 yeah. You think you lost your love? Well, I saw her yesterday. It's you she's thinking of, and she told me what to say. She said she loves you, and you know that can't be bad. Yeah, she loves you, and you know you should be kind. She said you hurt her so, she almost lost her mind. But now she says she knows you're not the hurting kind. She said she loves you, and you know that can't be bad. Yeah, she loves you, and you know you should be glad. Ooh, she loves you, yeah, yeah, yeah. She loves you, yeah, should be glad. You know it's up to you. I think it's only fair. Pride can hurt you too. Apologize to her because she loves you. You know that can't be bad. Yeah, she loves you. You know you should be glad. Woo! She loves you, yeah, yeah, yeah. She loves you, yeah, yeah, yeah. With a love like that, you know you should be glad. With a love like that, you know you should be glad. With a love like that, you know you should be glad. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Well done, Mike.
That's a cracking one, isn't
That
it?
is good,
Cracker.
What else have we got? Oh yeah, Penny Lane. Penny Lane. You mentioned this one last week, Denise. Penny Lane.
Yeah.
Actually, I think I might just, instead of using these lyrics, if it works, I might just use the ones that have got my chords written on, because there is quite a lot of chords on this one. Bear with me. Let me just get the other ones up. Because it's a wee bit tricky. My dad spent some time in Scotland as a child. During the war, his dad was painting boats on a floating dock in Scotland. And
Lovely.
he had a maths teacher who was one of the only teachers that didn't mind that he was English, apparently. He used to do things, I've probably told you this story before, but they used to have spelling tests, and the teacher one day said, "Furrow. How do you spell furrow?" How would you spell furrow?
Furrow.
Yeah, you can tell. To an English person, that sounds like fuddle, would you believe?
Furrow.
Furrow, yeah, it's furrow, and like he had no idea, and he would get. It wasn't in the days of beatings and that sort of thing, you know. So, but yeah, this maths teacher who he did get on with always used to say, "No, there's a wee trick to this," and that was one of those phrases in our house. You know, if anything had a particular trick, there's a wee.
There's a wee trick to this.
Okay, can you see that? Okay, is that
Yeah.
size-wise? Can you see those lyrics?
Yeah.
Hopefully it'll come across on YouTube as well. Apologies if that's a bit small. You what? Sorry, Keith?
Yeah.
There are a few notations on it. But
Yes, that's right. Those are for me. Those are my chords. You can ignore those with impunity. You don't need to, unless you feel in the mood to play a B minor now and then. Feel free to get on the piano there, Bernice, and join in as well. I think there's a piano in this. There's a trumpet as well, if anyone's got a kazoo. Here we go. This time. Penny Lane, there is a barber showing photographs of every head he's had the pleasure to have known, and all the people that come and go stop and say hello. And on the corner is a banker with a motor car. The little children laugh at him behind his back, and the banker never wears a mac in the pouring rain. Very strange. Penny Lane is in my ears and in my eyes. There beneath the blue suburban skies, I sit and meanwhile back in Penny Lane there is a fireman with an hourglass, and in his pocket is a portrait of the Queen. He likes to keep his fire engine clean. It's a clean machine. Very strange. Penny Lane is in my ears and in my eyes. For a fish and finger pies in summer. Meanwhile, back behind the shelter in the middle of a roundabout, a pretty nurse is selling poppies from a tray. And though she feels as if she's in a play, she is anyway. Penny Lane, the barber shaves another customer. We see the banker sitting waiting for a trim. Then the fireman rushes in. Something else, there's no more lyrics on that one. Penny Lane is in my ears and in my eyes. Really very strange, isn't it? There beneath the blue suburban skies, Penny Lane is in my ears and in my eyes. There beneath the blue suburban skies, Penny Lane.
Great.
Yeah, some really lovely chords in that one, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, really good.
How does anyone think that kind of song up? It's fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's a really good book. I don't know if you've heard of a guy called Malcolm Gladwell. Sorry. Have you heard of
Yes.
him? He's written loads of books. One of them's called Outliers, and it's about extraordinary people. And I think he was the person, or at least in that book, popularised the notion of this 10,000 hours. Have you come up with that? It takes 10,000 hours to become amazing at anything. And if you're really lucky, you start when you're young and you've got the facilities, and there's a special school that has the computer, which is Bill Gates, you know. It was like the only school for miles and miles. It just had the opportunity and the aptitude, etc. But it is possible to spend, you know, thousands and thousands of hours doing things.
Oh, I would imagine so, yeah.
And they did that thing, of course, where they went to Germany, and they were doing a great deal of playing. I think it was kind of a strip bar that they were in, and it sort of didn't shut all night. And although the ladies sort of took turns, they were the band for the whole.
Oh, wow.
12-hour shift kind of thing, you know. So they got really good really quickly, you know. A week's worth of gigging for a tenner a night or whatever. It's a lot of hours put into chord changes, and you soon get sort of fed up with a 3-chord trick, I'd imagine, if you playing 12 hours with each other every night. So yeah, that was their sort of 10,000 hour school, sorry, you can see my dog there.
Hello, dog.
My dog's eye. That's Finn, bless him. We lost Finn 2-3 years ago.
Oh.
But he's very much with us all over the place.
Oh,
Okay, sorry, you should be able to see this now. Can you see that? Yeah. Okay. Well, while I've still got my faculties about me and some puff, Helen mentioned a couple of songs a long time ago. She mentioned one which was "In Christ Alone." I don't know if you know that one.
No.
It's kind of a devotional one. It's not one I'd heard before, and it's one of those songs. It's beautiful. It's got a beautiful melody, but I just felt it was sort of the devotional character of it was so such a part of that song. I didn't think that perhaps everyone could sort of engage and join in with it if they didn't happen to be Christian, you know. So I've not chosen that one, but I have chosen one of Helen's requests, which is a hymn. She mentioned it ages ago, and that's to the tune of a piece by Jean Sibelius called Finlandia, and the hymn is "Be Still My Soul."
oh.
Yeah.
Some of you might know it already. I did play it a couple. It's one of those songs that I played and we got told off for being a pirate radio station. I played it during the break. So what I've got now, Gosh, yeah, I've just realised I've got some accompaniment for it. I'm going to try it. We might get told off for this because it's not me playing it; it's someone else playing it. So I don't know if this is a recording. So we might be on a bit of a sticky wicket here in terms of the broadcast might get stopped immediately. So Phil and Kath, if you're watching this, do text me if the broadcast stops because I'm become a pirate radio station. I'm going to chance it because I think it's an accompaniment. It was off YouTube, someone playing an accompaniment, so I think we'll be all right. But we'll see. So yeah, if you don't know the tune, it's kind of odd. It starts on the offbeat. Do you know what I mean by the offbeat?
Mm-hmm.
For those of you who don't, generally you count music in various ways, either in 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 in the case of a waltz. And this, I can't remember what it's in, but basically it comes in on 2. So I think it's in 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Be still my soul. So it comes in after there's a beat of silence, if that makes sense. And there's actually there's 3 bars of 4 before we come in on this recording. So what that means is we come in on beat 13. Just to confuse you. All right. But don't worry, I'm here and I will be singing. I've got the wrong choir here. There we go. Audio. Be still my soul. Okay, here we go. Hopefully. Nope. That's playing through. I've not connected to Bluetooth. Gosh, there's so many things you need to do nowadays. It's so much easier if I could just put a record on. What we got? We got Marley Chant Mini. It should be a little beep saying you're connected. There we are.
Yeah, there you go. Yay!
Try that again.
That's coming.
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Just.
Be still my soul. Oh, I've just muted everything. Never mind everyone. Sorry. I'll try that again. Take another run up. Gosh. Come on. We have the technology. That's not it. Oh dear. Here we go. 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2. Be still my soul, the Lord is on thy side. Bear patiently the cross of grief or pain. Leave to thy God to order and provide. In every change he faithful will remain. Be still my soul, thy best, thy heavenly friend, through thorny ways leads to a joyful end. Be still my soul, thy God doth undertake to guide the future as he has the past. Thy hope, thy confidence, let nothing shake. All now mystic shall be forever with the Lord. When disappointment, grief and fear are gone, sorrow forgot, love's purest joys restored. Be still, my soul, when change and tears are past, all safe and blessed, we shall meet at last.
Bill?
That's
There we
beautiful.
go. Got there in the end.
It's
It is a lovely tune.
unusual that you go up at end of every line but last. At end of every line but last, don't you?
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
never heard one like that before.
it's a really odd in terms of, like I say, it comes in on the offbeat, and the melody does things you don't expect it to do. There's a lot of what you call tension and resolution. Have I told you about that before?
No.
No. Well, you know what I mean by harmony, yeah? When notes harmonize. Well, one of the ways of making music interesting is to use notes that don't harmonize, to go from a note that doesn't harmonize and go to a note that does. For instance, you'll often hear me talk about the minor 9. Phil and Kath know that that's my favourite chord. It's in that song we sing, Autumn,
Yeah.
Forever Autumn.
Forever Autumn, yeah.
Well, that note there doesn't harmonise. They all do, but this one doesn't. It's actually it's not in the chord that's part of it. And so that's what you might call tension. Yeah. So if you were to go da 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 da, that's tension and resolution. You're more used to it actually with the amen that everything generally ends with. Yeah, that sort of that. There's lots of music that uses that. Penny Lane does it actually, but going into the. That's what you call tension and resolution. If you don't have it, then everything basically ends up sounding like a nursery rhyme or sort of sweet and saccharine sort of thing. That's tension and resolution. And Be Still My Soul is full of da 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 da. Out and then back again, off and then on kind of thing.
Yeah.
Tension and resolution. There's lots of that going on. Okay, we've got.
It's a little bit Gregorian, isn't it? Like a chant in some, or choral.
Yeah.
Like you'd hear monks or whatever singing.
Yeah, it sounds lovely when there's a whole bunch of you in without any instruments doing that kind of stuff.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
What was the one, Paul?
What, my darling?
What was the other one that was stopped? You know, when two didn't play, there were two, because it was telling me you can't play this, I can't remember the words. So I just typed why, and it told me. And that was one of them, I can't remember the other. Because I gave myself 10 out of 10 because I found it quite by accident.
Well done. It was the day that I played. Harry mentioned Mama Cass, sing your own kind of music, and I think I played another one as well. If memory slips me at the moment, we played something else.
Well, it said there were two.
Yeah.
And it mentioned the one you've just.
Yeah, it was that. Well, yeah. It was 2 or 3. It was definitely that. Oh, it was. I played the other one that we sang that day. The country and western one. I never promised you a rose garden.
Oh, yeah.
I put that on, and because I'd played those, the video was taken off of YouTube because it was already someone else's recording, and so my great apologies if that is the case with what I've just played. Who's that? Is that Keith?
Well, when I accidentally got onto it and they told me why, I wanted to type in misery guts, but I decided.
Well, to be fair, for a long time, musicians just didn't get paid if they wrote the music, if they played the music. It was really hard for anyone to earn a living from music. It's getting hard again, apart from sort of live music, because of things like what I've just done. To be honest, perfectly.
Yeah.
But you know, music is on YouTube. You don't have to pay. Other than to YouTube, you can make a subscription to that, or Spotify, or iTunes, or any of these other streaming services. And the amount that a person gets is like a fraction of a penny for every play that it gets. You know. Whereas on the radio, you at least used to get sort of 40p, 60p, depending on the length of the song, if it was on Radio 1 or something like that. Okay, so we've got just a little bit of time left. I was hoping to do Please Please Me, but as listening to it beforehand, there is a whatchamacallit.
A whatchamacallit?
There's a middle eight that I'm unfamiliar with.
Whatchamacallit?
There's a whatchamacallit.
Yeah. We know what you mean.
A thingy bob.
Thingy bob.
Yeah, a thingy bob. Yeah.
Thingy-me-jig.
Thingy-me-jig. Or a what's it?
Okay, let's do this one. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, this is our last Beatles one for my session. I don't know if when Chris turns up, hopefully he'll be joining us in a few moments. Hopefully he'll have some stuff he's been working on as well. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, I tell you something. I think you'll understand when I say that something. I wanna hold your hand. I wanna hold your hand. I wanna hold your hand. Oh please say to me, you let me be your man. And please say to me, you let me hold your hand. Now let me hold your hand. Now let me hold your hand. And when I touch you, I feel happy inside. It's such a feeling that my love I can hide. I can hide. I can hide. Yeah, you got that something. I think you'll understand when I say that something. I wanna hold your hand. I wanna hold your hand. I wanna hold your hand. And when I touch you, I feel happy inside. It's such a feeling that my love I can hide. I can hide. I can hide. Yeah, yeah, you got that something. I think you'll understand when I feel that something. Wanna hold your hand. I wanna hold your hand. I wanna hold your hand. I wanna hold your hand. So much energy in those songs.
Yeah, agree.
It doesn't
It
sound
reminds me of my brother when he was little. He was poorly for first 2 years of his life. And when he got to about 3 and they used to like be playing out, he was so shy, he got right introvert. And he won't go out, he'd just standing to, we had a little porch and we used to stand in porch holding my mum's hand and he wouldn't let go. Somebody had to come and get him to go and play because he wouldn't just go. So that was his song.
Oh, bless.
Lovely.
Mum, will you hold my hand?
Yeah.
That's one of those that they did in German.
We got there in the end.
Yeah.
They recorded 3 or 4 tracks and released them in Germany. That's one of the. I think it's "Give Me Your Hand," something like Deine something. I can't remember. Mich, Deine mich zu. Did anybody see that new film? God, words this morning. Jojo Rabbit. Did anyone see that when it came out?
No.
Hilarious. I mean, it's one of those that's kind of heartbreaking and hilarious. It's a film from a boy's perspective growing up in Nazi Germany, and he has an imaginary friend, and his imaginary friend is Hitler.
Oh.
And
As you do.
yeah, and it's like he's encouraging this boy to be a good. He's a member of the Hitler Youth and that sort of thing. He's encouraging this boy to be, a good, fine, upstanding Aryan citizen. Report and sort of like he's telling him all sorts of things about the Jews and things. And his mum is a member of the resistance, and she's actually hiding a young girl, sort of Anne Frank kind of age, in the loft, and he finds her, and it's about like the sort of the interplay between these 3 characters really, the boy and the girl and imaginary Hitler, and the soundtrack plays the Beatles' "Give Me Your Hand" in German. It's really sort of wrong foots you, because you're ready for a film about a war film that's going to be about the war and that sort of thing. So you're in the sort of Schindler's List kind of mood, and then the Beatles are on the side of the Germans. What's going on?
What's going on here? Yeah.
Yeah. And it really sort of it wrong foots you and kind of really helps to put you in this situation of I'm a German as much as these guys were just guys living in Germany, sort of thing. They're really.
They call that Jojo Rabbit.
Yeah. It's if you can download it, it's worth watching. It's you'll laugh, you'll cry. It's a very well made film. I think Armando Iannucci had something to do with it.
I don't know.
Anyway. So guys, I think it's tea time.
Tea?
Tea time.
It's tea time.
As we approach tea time, have we done Tulips from Amsterdam at all?
Yeah.
Have we?
I used to do it with Bernice in the choir at St Paul's. But I don't think
we've done it.
It's just something that when you were talking about windmill in Amsterdam last week, I got Amsterdam on my brain. Well, there was a great song in the 60s.
You're also get a very important letter. The council.
What's that?
Which come to all of us.
Right.
Exactly. You must wear a face covering at hospitals, health centres, GP surgeries, public transport, and indoor spaces outside of the home or more crowded places. Wash hands regularly, keep distance, stay at home, work from home if you can, isolate immediately if you develop symptoms, isolate immediately if you are contacted by the NHS and trace service. So everyone's getting that.
Oh, I got one this morning as well. I got exactly the same.
You're post early as well. Sorry about that.
No. Chris has joined us in the middle of our public information broadcast there.
I don't
think we're short of them at the moment.
Everything we already know.
They don't come out till August.
Yeah, gosh.
I'm being sensible. I'm just going out once a week, apart from hospital, and then I have to go anyway.
Yeah.
When I go, there's never anybody there. There are more consultants, there are patients.
Yeah, I bet there is.
I was before, and usually it's crammed from door to door, and because people are too scared.
Yeah.
Got to look after yourself, whatever you need to do.
Yeah,
definitely. Well, I often think you keep making me happy for 2 hours on a Friday, but one of these days it might just be my swan song, mightn't it?
Thank you very much.
Well, you've got to go sometime.
We'll meet again.
And when you said you, was it you or your dad who went to Scotland?
Yeah, my dad, when he was a young lad.
Well, when I was a young lass, I did. But do you know what I was doing? Picking raspberries. 6 weeks. It was lovely. We went
Can't see.
on a train journey, and we
Sorry,
lived
Bernice,
in,
we didn't catch that.
Catch it.
Yeah, go on, just start that again. You went up there, picking raspberries.
raspberries, yeah. And it was the first time that any of us, because we were only kids, I'd be 12, 13, no, 14. It was in 1940 anyway. But there's a lovely story to it, so I'll be quick. Somebody to the Chronicle a couple of years ago said, does anybody remember this and how it came about? Well, I did remember, and I've got this lovely photograph. And so I sent it to them where we're all on the back of a great big lorry. And we've got turbans and wrapped up and wellies, and we look scruffs.
Yeah.
Having what seemed to be a barracks, and we have this porridge, and everything was still rationed. So I love porridge, and I still do, but it was nicer with a bit of sugar sprinkled, but sugar was still rationed. So the Scots, put salt on it.
Yeah.
Mum sent us salt for us all to our sugar instead. So is that what they do?
Put salt in it, yeah.
It's all right as well. It's not too bad.
Yeah, I like mine with salt.
Yeah.
Look, I sent this photograph to the Chronicle. It's as big as this tablet. Said it got lost in the post when it returned it, and I think they've kept it for the archives, to be quite honest.
They could have copied it, couldn't they?
Well, I were annoyed because on the back there's the names of most of us.
Of the people, yeah.
So,
yeah.
Chris, I was just muting you there when you were moving your mic. I can't unmute you for some reason. You have to unmute yourself.
I thought I had muted myself while I was doing that, sorry.
No worries, no worries. Yeah, so guys, it is tea time if you want to go and grab a cup of coffee.
I'll just get some porridge with salt and jam on it.
Yes.
Jam.
My dad tells a story of when he was evacuated, not to Scotland. That was when he went with my dad when he was with the granddad rather, who I never actually met. But my dad was evacuated when he was something like 3 or 4, and they'd written his name Newman on his gas mask. They wore it around the neck with a little box or whatever. And someone came up to him. I think it was Godalming that he was placed in Hampshire, in the countryside, and she said like, Newman, your name's Newman, isn't it? He's like, no, it's not, it's Charles. And she says, yes, it is. Your name is Newman. It's written there. And he looked down and he said, that's not my name, because he'd learnt to write Chaz.
Yeah.
He didn't know what the letters were, but he knew how it started with one of those.
Yeah.
That's not my name.
Yeah. That's lovely.
It's one of the things that he...
It's a lovely story from, well, I have from the wartime, and it's one of the ones that the museum are interested in. Curator's auntie, I'm at 14, she lives at 24, so we're going to have a get-together, but because they want a child's view of what it was like in the war.
Someone's singing in the background. I can't hear you, Bernice. Hang on, I'm just going to mute everyone who's... I think that's... Hang on. Who is it? Who does it say?
It's Harry, I think.
No, Harry is muted. Might be... I think it might be Keith. There we go.
Doesn't matter anyway.
I'm just going to mute everyone who's... All we can hear is the tinkling of teacups.
What do you know?
Yeah, I'm just going to mute everyone who's not on. Yeah, go for it.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're on.
well, did you know that at Cannon Hall, the military was stationed there? There were Polish, British, and Canadian soldiers, airmen, and there used to be buses laid on so as it coming to Barnsley, but the war was still on, and everything was blacked out. My dad was in Egypt with the RAF, and so
Where, sorry?
Sorry?
Where did you say he was?
Egypt.
Egypt.
And so we all slept in the front bedroom so that we knew that when the searchlights came that there was going to be a raid. So instead of going to the air raid shelter, which was literally yards away, we had beds in the cellar. And that's why my cellar was always kept as nice as the rest of the house, because we spent so much time down there. But then one night we heard movement downstairs, and of course everything's blacked out. So my mum opened the window and she said, "Is someone there?" And this man's voice said, "I'm awfully sorry if I've disturbed you," he said, "but I'm living at Cawthorne." He says, "and I've just brought, it was a young woman who lived 2 doors away. He'd been out with her and he'd taken her home and missed the last bus to Cawthorne. So he said, "I'm sorry, I'll move on if you want." But my mum opened the window without turning any lights on and took some blankets down. Then she went downstairs and made a flask and she wrapped that up and lowered that. So it took quite some time. But we still had to get up to school and work the next morning. But when we opened the front door, there was the most beautiful bit of scrap of paper with everything folded up and the empty flask. And he was from a Canadian airman. And I would just love to find out who he was. And I'm wondering now if we can get names of people who did live there all those years ago. But that's just one of many, you know. Yeah.
My auntie living in Australia now had an interesting story. Interesting from our end, quite upsetting from other people's. She, I think she learned from her mother, maybe my nan, that during the war, while Granddad was away, she became friendly with a US airman.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a lot of that went on.
Yeah. Used to bring gifts and things.
Right.
And she's totted up the dates kind of thing and has wondered, I don't know.
Oh dear.
And she wrote to these people, the family, and they were incensed. The very idea kind of thing that our dad would have played away at.
Yeah. I can remember taking my brother to school, and I was 10 years old, and I had to learn how to put his gas mask on, which was a Mickey Mouse head, and he was 4 in reception class. My mum got in a vehicle and went off to Fox's at Stocksbridge to work in the ammunition factory. It was all arranged so as you could see to your kids, then they'd be brought back when the kids come home from school. So it worked all right. We weren't neglected. But this particular day, I don't know if you know Summer Lane, it's just below the jet garage before you get to what we know as the town end. You may not know it, but lots of terrace houses. And I was taking my little brother to school. He was 4, I was 10. So I put his gas mask on, the siren went. And suddenly this door opened and this woman in a pinny and curlers, she said, "Come in, love, till all clear, Ghost." And we did. But then we went on to school. The trouble was, it was a difficult time for me because my brother didn't think he had to go to school every day. I think he thought he just you know.
I've been once.
Yeah. So when talking to the curate about things like they want to know so much detail. What colour was her hair? How tall was she? What colour were her pillion? I haven't a clue. You know. Earlier.
Yeah.
Reminiscent.
Yeah. Quite a lot of grown-up stuff thrust upon young shoulders in those days, eh?
Mm.
When I look at my great granddaughter, and I've got a great grandson who's 4, and she's 11. There's just no comparison at all.
No.
And they've got so much. Well, I don't really agree with it. They've just got far too much. When they come on Facebook and I see what they've got, oh, I had a big plastic doll and an orange.
And you were happy?
Yeah.
Well,
That's right.
everybody our age group knows how to light a fire.
Yeah.
Have you?
Because we did. Everybody our age group knew how to light a fire.
Well, they do
yeah.
nowadays.
We're only
You get a
young.
bin.
You lit the fire.
You get a bin and an aerosol and a lighter.
Right.
Oh,
No, we did.
So this was the funniest that concerned me, and it just shows how daft I was. Because I was always quite little, still am. And the only way you could get punts to school, what you probably call pencils, we call them punts,
Yeah, we did.
physical training. It weren't physical education then, it was physical training.
Yeah.
And there's this teacher called the register, and it would be Bernese Castle, blah, 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 so on. And it's give you size, so you only could get these punts through school.
Yeah.
And I was fed up with being the smallest, so I gave me size about 4 sizes because I wanted to be like everybody else. So when they came, you know, they couldn't believe what happened. So I didn't have any. I had to go in my socks.
That'll learn you.
It's so important then.
Yeah. Oh.
Chris,
remember
where
when we
you've been
used to
sat
have
there.
to do when we used to have to do PE in our navy blue knickers?
I remember that, Denise.
Oh, yeah.
Navy blue.
Yeah, navy blue.
The thing is, though, you weren't
Big
saying
one
you just
as well.
Everybody's the same though. But I've only told you the nice stories, but there are others bad, bad ones. No, so I'm not going to spoil it Friday morning.
no.
No.
It's nice listening to stories, though, Denise.
Well, I could have listened to my
We
mother for
We had a sledge made out of an old pram. You know, that old perambulator type one.
yeah, that's what
Couldn't
you
afford a sledge, so we had my dad made it out of a pram and a piece of hardboard, a
Yeah,
pram frame.
Well, we would be doing that, you see, during a day like today. If it were the weekend, no school, and we'd all be out playing. And suddenly, we were so young, and suddenly somebody would spot the telegram lad on his bike. And there were one family, the boy was my sister's age, the girl was my age, but there were 2 older ones in the army. And we all used to stand rooted to see which house he went to, because every house had either older brothers, in my case it was my dad, older cousins, and all my uncles. There weren't any men at all. And it was awful because he went into that house. We were playing with a brother and sister, and he went twice. And I was kind of shopping.
Yeah.
So there's lots of horrible stories, you know, but
Yeah.
so I got to go on again at the experience.
I know.
Yeah. I've got a mouse.
Oh,
Oh,
Where?
there.
where? On the
There on the
stairs?
stairs.
Yeah, I'm just going to go and retrieve it.
She's not kidding then.
Oh,
There's a rat in my kitchen. What am I gonna do? Doesn't she have cats?
Have you got it?
I think that's the point.
Yeah,
I think the cat's brought it in.
Oh,
get rid of cat then.
Oh,
lovely.
That's nice.
she's
You
got
gonna have it for brunch?
it's still warm.
Still
Oh,
Ah,
They feel nice.
but not alive, presumably. Our dog got one at the garage at Caroline's mum's house. Surprised everybody. She'd been scratching the garage door, and eventually went running into the garage when they opened the door. And Caroline was like, "Oh, what's going on?" And then she saw the dog, and all she could see was the dog with his tail hanging out of its mouth. Comedy.
They're ratters, aren't they? They're serious.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Made for ratting. Right then, Chris.
Hello.
Welcome. Welcome.
Some
Nice to see
time
you.
ago, you may recall.
Yeah. Have you got anything for us particularly this week?
The ones that we said that we were looking at.
Splendid.
I've, you know, be a bit of a buskathon, won't it? But
yeah. Good on you.
we can have a little go.
So, if memory serves, it was Mandy one of them?
That it was.
And Me and My Gal, was it? Or?
It was.
Fantastic. What would you like to do first?
Well,
You're a very naughty girl.
Suggestions.
Well, let's do Me and My Gal, because it's the one I'm least familiar with. So while I'm fresh.
Right.
Put it in the bin.
Is it the one with Gene Kelly and?
Yeah. Don't know.
That other woman.
Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
Oh,
Scotland.
Somewhere Over the Rainbow. Oh yeah, we can do that.
She sang it with Gene Kelly in something black and white thing.
Right. I don't know the prologue at all. I'm sorry.
Right. Okay.
Only the verse. I didn't know there was one. There you go.
Not to worry. Okay. Well, just do your best.
Okay. The bells are ringing for me and my gal. The birds are singing for me and my gal. Everybody's been knowing to a wedding they're going, and for weeks they've been sewing every Susie and Sal. They're congregating for me and my gal. The parson's waiting for me and my gal. And sometime we're gonna build a little home for 2 or 3 or 4 or more in Loveland for me and my gal. The bells are ringing for me and my gal. The birds are singing for me and my gal. Everybody's been knowing to a wedding they're going, and for weeks they've been sewing every Susie and Sal. I don't know what that is either. They're congregating for me and my gal. The parson's waiting for me and my gal. And sometime we're gonna build a little home for 2 or 3 or 4 or 1 for Loveland for me and my gal. That Loveland for me and my gal. You've got different words to me, mate. I'm sorry.
Oh, I do apologize.
Completely different.
Yeah.
So I took those from a site that said it was these, and I looked. Basically, I got those and watched Judy Garland and Gene Kelly doing their thing.
All right.
And
we do a slightly different tune in the tap room.
what version is it? Is there a particular singer that people are more familiar with than the film?
No,
Not me.
just a pub song.
It's just
right.
an old, yeah,
Right.
one of those old show tunes.
Yeah.
It is from a show, isn't it?
I don't know it at all.
Really? No, I never.
Not that familiar with
I
it.
had literally
Well,
not heard it before.
As I've just demonstrated.
Now
neither did I.
Jolson do it.
I don't know.
I did it.
I don't-
You did it.
I hope you all did it.
Repertoire. With the acrobats. And you know when you meant few weeks ago about leotard.
Yes, in your leotard. Just
No,
not
there weren't
playing
any.
the accordion.
It's far too far back for leotards. I think they became popular in the 70s.
Right.
But we just had frilly knickers and short skirts.
That wouldn't be allowed nowadays. Frilly knickers.
The very idea. Okay, one I'm more familiar with then, Barry Manilow.
Manly Barrylow.
Barry Manilow. Yeah.
I like.
Sorry, I've just muted you. Yeah, I like this one too.
Well, again, it'll be a buskathon, but at least there's a key change to brighten the mood. I remember all my life raining down as cold as ice. Shadows of a man, a face through a window, crying in the night. The night goes into morning, just another day. Happy people pass my way. Looking in their eyes, I see a memory. I never realized how happy you made me, oh Mandy. Well, you came and you gave without taking, but I sent you away, oh Mandy. Well, you kissed me and stopped me from shaking, and I need you today, oh Mandy. Standing on the edge of time, I've walked away when love was mine. Caught up in a world of uphill climbing, the tears are in my eyes and nothing is rhyming, oh Mandy. Well, you came and you gave without taking, but I sent you away, oh Mandy. Well, you kissed me and stopped me from shaking, and I need you today, oh Mandy. Yesterday's a dream, I face the morning, crying on a breeze. The pain is calling, oh Mandy. Well, you came and you gave without taking, but I sent you away, oh Mandy. Well, you kissed me and stopped me from shaking, and I need you today, oh Mandy. Well, you came and you gave without taking, but I sent you away, oh Mandy. Well, you kissed me and stopped me from shaking, and I need you.
Lovely.
A bit early in the morning for that. A bit early in the morning for that last note.
I really enjoyed it.
Were you afraid of giving us COVID with that last note? Or?
I was, yes. had to try and cover it and move off the mic. But there you go.
Oh, that was great, mate. Well done.
Yeah, it was good.
Thank you.
So we've had a request from Phil and Kathleen.
Lovely.
Glad you're following along, Phil and Kathleen. It's for Shenandoah.
Good, like that.
Do you fancy doing that one, Chris?
Not one that I'm over.
Okay, I don't mind doing it.
I enjoy the go for it. I enjoy
Yeah.
playing off it with those.
Okay.
With this particular one, really.
I
But
still
no worries.
play a little video that we've got from when we were all together.
Oh yes, that was one we did at the performance.
Yeah, little filmers. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't mind you saying no, Chris. I want you to feel useful is the thing, you know.
Oh, yeah. That will be a first. Yeah, no, I'm happy if you have a little dabble. It's not,
that's fine.
I kind of do know it, but
here we go. Oh, Shenandoah, I long to see you away, you rolling river. Oh, Shenandoah, I long to see you away. I'm bound away across the wide Missouri. Oh, Shenandoah, I love your daughter. Away, you rolling river. For her, I'd cross your waters. Away, I'm bound away across the wide Missouri. 'Tis 7 years since I've seen you away, you rolling river. Oh, Shenandoah, I long to hear you away. I'm bound away across the wide Missouri. I'm going to unmute you for this, Chris. So here we go. It's all you. Missouri's a mighty river, away, you rolling river. When she rolls, her topsails shiver. Away, I'm bound away across the wide Missouri. Away, I'm bound away across the wide Missouri.
Lovely.
That was lovely. That.
Nice arrangement. That.
Yeah.
Thanks. Was I muted at the end there?
Yeah. Just
I could hear you.
Okay.
No, I couldn't hear you.
Sorry if I totally messed that up.
Oh, you did. Oh.
It worked.
Okay.
Good, yeah.
Right. So there we go. First request from not quite absent friends, unseen friends.
Unseen friends.
Can I make a suggestion for a couple of songs?
Yeah.
One is Me and You and a Dog Named Blue.
Boo. Boo.
It was a country song. And either Galveston or Wichita Lineman by...
Oh, yeah.
Glenn Campbell.
Yeah.
You know, songs to look at if we haven't got them down.
Yeah. Yeah. Did we not do Wichita Lineman already? I can't
No.
No.
Beautiful.
Oh, yeah, it's there.
I've only just written it there.
All right.
What
Sorry.
was the other? Me and You?
Intention.
Just written it in.
Yeah. Me
and You and a Dog Named Blue, I think is the...
Boo. It's Boo. A dog named Boo.
Boo.
Yeah.
Dog named Boo.
Right. Are you keen on any of those, Chris?
Wichita Lineman was a great song, Jimmy Webb song. Yeah, I'll tell you exactly who I need to do that. You know Rob Coyne, who comes in Fagan sometimes.
Probably by sight.
Yeah, he works for the Crown Prosecution Service, but he's wasting his time there. He should be
Is he the
singing
guitarist?
Yeah.
Really good jazz guitarist.
Really good guitarist.
Yeah, I know the guy.
Really precise guitarist.
Yeah.
And just fantastic voice, sort of show tunes kind of voice, and he does a brilliant version of Wichita Lineman.
Nice. Okay, well you take that, and I'll take the dog.
Okay.
For a walk.
Yes. Right then.
Okay, who's on first? Janet's iPad instead of Janet Turnbull.
Oh,
This one.
Yeah.
I'm a believer.
Okay.
Let Janet do it.
She got in. She got in, I'm afraid.
Yeah, no bother.
First come, first served.
Right.
Sorry, Janet T.
No bother.
Do you want this one, Chris? Or?
I can do. I'm just trying to... Dogs. I'm trying to make sure I don't get overrun by the dog who is sitting there demanding attention at my feet. You can't see her, but she's there. Okay. Start that again.
You're on. Yeah.
I thought love was only true in fairy tales, meant for someone else, but not for me. Lovers out to get me, that's the way it seems. Disappointment haunted all my dreams. And then I saw her face. Now I'm a believer. Not a trace of doubt in my mind. I'm in love. Ooh, I'm a believer. I couldn't leave her if I tried. I thought love was more or less a given thing. Seemed the more I gave, the less I got. What's the use in trying? All you get is pain. I wanted sunshine, I got rain. And then I saw her face. Now I'm a believer. Not a trace of doubt in my mind. I'm in love. Ooh, I'm a believer. I could leave her if I tried. Lovers out to get me, that's the way it seemed. Disappointment haunted all my dreams. And then I saw her face. Now I'm a believer. Not a trace if I tried. And then I saw her face. Now I'm a believer. Not a trace of doubt in my mind. I'm in love. Ooh, I'm a believer. I could leave her if I tried. Yes. Too early for those as well. Can I stick baritone for the time being? Baritone would be good.
Sure.
Thank you for the music, please.
Oh, that's definitely one for Michael.
I've got it in.
Thank you.
Okay. Here we go. So, is it that? I think it's that. Yeah, there we go. Gosh, it's been a while since I played this. I'm nothing special. In fact, I'm a bit of a bore. If I tell a joke, you've probably heard it before. Everyone listens. No, I have a talent, a wonderful thing. Everyone listens when I start to sing. I'm so grateful and proud. All I want is to sing it out loud. So I say thank you for the music, the songs I'm singing. Thanks for all the joy they're bringing. Who could live without it? I ask in all honesty. What would life be without a song or a dance? What are we? So I say thank you for the music, for giving it to me. Mother says I was a dancer before I could walk. She says I began to sing long before I could talk. Who found... Oh, I've often wondered, how did it all start? Who found out that nothing can capture a heart like a melody can? Well, whoever it was, I'm a fan. So I say thank you for the music, the songs I'm singing. Thanks for all the joy they're bringing. Who could live without it? I ask in all honesty. What would life be without a song or a dance? What are we? So I say thank you for the music, for giving it to me. I've been so lucky. I am the girl with the golden hair. I want to sing it out to everybody. What a joy, what a life, what a chance. Thank you for the music, the songs I'm singing. Thanks for all the joy they're bringing. Who could live without it? I ask in all honesty. What would life be without a song or a dance? What are we? So I say thank you for the music, for giving it to me.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Clearly some rehearsal is required if I'm ever to get back on stage with that one.
I thought it was quite a nice coffee morning version,
morning.
basically. It was nice.
Yeah, it was. It was lovely.
Chilled. I absolutely.
My favourites.
I actually love doing sort of like lo-fi versions of you know, big bouncy classics.
Yeah.
Because it just brings something else out of it.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
that's a good
That's
point.
why it's only been 10 minutes.
If you can do a song at sort of on volume 3 rather than 11, then it means you're doing something right rather than just shouting your head off, doesn't it? Keith, you're next, chap. What would you like to sing?
Have we done Running Bear in recent times?
I don't think so. Is that me again, Chris? Or?
I'm afraid it is, yes.
On the banks of the river stood Running Bear, young Indian brave. On the other side of the river stood his lovely Indian maid. Little White Dove was her name, such a lovely sight to see. But their tribes fought with each other, so their love could never be. Running Bear loved Little White Dove with a love big as the sky. Running Bear loved Little White Dove with a love that couldn't die. He couldn't swim the raging river, 'cause the river was too wide. He couldn't reach Little White Dove waiting on the other side. In the moonlight he could see her blowing kisses across the waves. Her little heart was beating faster, waiting there for her brave. Running Bear loved Little White Dove with a love big as the sky. Running Bear loved Little White Dove with a love that couldn't die. Running Bear dove in the water, Little White Dove did the same, and they swam out to each other. Through the swirling stream they came. As their hands touched and their lips met, the raging river pulled them down. Now they'll always be together in that happy hunting ground. Running Bear loved Little White Dove with a love big as the sky. Running Bear loved Little White Dove with a love that couldn't die.
Good choice. That was good.
I always try and avoid singing with an American accent if I can help it, but that one is just
Sometimes you just can't, can you? I mean, it's
You
like
can't.
it's like the thing I sent you. There's some dream, the Steve Earle cover that I sent you, and it's just like I can't. I tried it, just doing it neutral,
yes,
and it just didn't work.
Oh, there you go.
Denise, you're next. Oh no, Christine. Sorry,
Christine, no, it's fine.
I can't hear you, Christine. Are you unmuted?
I wanted to show you that thing about.
Hello.
Have you got me now?
Yes.
Yeah, got you now.
What would you like?
That's chairs. That should.
Strangers in the Night.
Oh,
That's a crisp one.
Okie dokie.
I can't believe it's nearly 10 to 12 already.
I know, it's
We've
fun,
done
isn't
so
it?
much.
Yeah, I was born this week.
Yeah.
10 to 12.
It's my fault. I've been blathering on.
People to post
I've been havering.
Behaving, yeah.
They're checking it in on your app on the iPad.
Is that?
That's all now thing on. You can actually.
Okay, far away, Chris.
Okay. Strangers in the night, exchanging glances, wandering in the night. What were the chances we'd be sharing love before the night was through? Something in your eyes was so inviting, something in your smile was so exciting, something in my heart told me I must have you. Strangers in the night, two lonely people, we were strangers in the night, up to the moment when we said our first hello. Little did we know, love was just a glance away, a warm embracing dance away. And ever since that night, we've been together, lovers at first sight, in love forever. It turned out so right for strangers in the night. Love was just a glance away, a warm embracing dance away. And ever since that night, we've been together, lovers at first sight, in love forever. It turned out so right for strangers in the night. All together now. Dooby-dooby-doo, da-da-da-da-da, dooby-doo. Da-da-da-da-da. It turned out so right for strangers in the night.
We're all in different areas.
Some doobie-doos there.
Like a doobie-doo.
You have to have the doobie-doos in there.
Shang-a-lang-lang.
Oh, shang-a-lang.
Oh.
One more and that'll be it.
What we got now, Denise? It's your turn.
Can I have Leaving on a Jet Plane, please, seeing as we can?
Oh, crikey.
Do you want this, Chris, on your guitar, or shall I?
Can do. No, I'll piano it.
Piano it, right? Yeah, cool.
I'll try to.
Nice one.
Give us a clue about the key, though. I can't remember what key you're doing.
C,
C, yeah. I thought.
I do it in G myself.
Oh, G.
If you do it in G, the high notes in E.
Okay. I might be F. I might be F then.
Hang on.
I can't see myself. All my bags are packed, I'm ready to go. I'm standing here outside your door. I hate to wake you up to say goodbye, but the dawn is breaking, it's early morn. The taxi's waiting, it's blowing its horn. already. I'm so lonesome I could die. So kiss me and smile for me. Tell me that you'll wait for me. Hold me like you'll never let me go. 'Cause I'm leaving on a jet plane. Don't know when I'll be back again. Oh babe, I hate to go. There's so many times I've let you down. So many times I've played around. I tell you now, they don't mean a thing. Every place I go, I'll think of you. Every song I sing, I'll sing for you. When I come back, I'll bring your wedding ring. So kiss me and smile for me. Tell me that you'll wait for me. Hold me like you'll never let me go. 'Cause I'm leaving on a jet plane. Don't know when I'll be back again. Oh babe, I hate to go. Now the time has come. Sorry. Now the time has come to leave you. One more time, let me kiss you. Close your eyes and I'll be on my way. Dream about the days to come when I won't have to leave alone. About the times when I won't have to say. So kiss me and smile for me. Tell me that you'll wait for me. Hold me like you'll never let me go. 'Cause I'm leaving on a jet plane. Don't know when I'll be back again. Oh babe, I hate to go. So kiss me and smile for me. Tell me that you'll wait for me. Hold me like you'll never let me go. 'Cause I'm leaving on a jet plane. Don't know when I'll be back again. Oh babe, I hate to go. 'Cause I'm leaving on a jet plane. Don't know when I'll be back again. Oh babe, I hate to go.
No quarantine.
Nice one. So we're rapidly approaching the end now, folks, would you believe? My apologies to you if you didn't get a request in today. So I think Tina, Harry and Mo, if you'd like to fight between you.
Beat Caroline. I've had it in my head all the afternoon. Now we're ready.
Well, you'll be first next week, Harry and Mo, okay?
We'll have a group request.
No. Have you?
Yeah.
Okay, it doesn't look like I've had any requests from anyone on the speakerphone there. Thank you very much for joining us again. It's been an absolute pleasure to be with you.
Yeah, thank
Enjoyed your
you.
company today.
Fabulous.
Apologies if you're watching and it was more banter than tune. But, it's just one of those days where social connection was more important.
Definitely.
So thanks, guys. Shall I do this one, Chris, or?
It's entirely up to you. I've got a low bandwidth warning, but I seem to be all right at the moment. So
I quite fancy it, if that's all right.
okay, you go for it. I think we probably all do.
Ba 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 ba. Where it began, I can begin to know it, but then I know it's growing strong. Was in the spring, then spring became the summer. Who'd have believed you'd come along? Hands touching hands, reaching out, touching me, touching you. Sweet Caroline, ba ba ba. Good times never seem so good. I've been inclined, ba ba ba, to believe they never would, but now I look at the night, and it don't seem so lonely. We fill it up with only two. And when I hurting runs off my shoulders, how can I hurt when I'm holding you? Warm, touching warm, reaching out, touching me, touching you. Sweet Caroline, ba ba ba. Good times never seem so good. I've been inclined, ba ba ba, to believe they never would. Ba 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 ba. Sweet Caroline, ba ba ba. Good times never seem so good. I've been inclined, ba ba ba, to believe they never would. Oh, sweet Caroline, ba ba ba. Good times never seem so good. I've been inclined, ba ba ba, to believe they never would. No, 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 no.
Oh, that was lovely.
Thanks very much.
That was lovely.
Bye, everybody.
See you
Bye,
soon.
everybody.
Bye, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Enjoyed it. Thank you.
Bye.
Everybody.
Janet.
Bye,
We are
loves.
now
See you
off
soon.
of
See you
YouTube.
later.
We are